Karen from Mindset Equestrian. I am coming to you from the warm-up arena at the WDAA today. And if you notice, we have a variety of breeds. We have mules in here. What's coming at us is a walking horse who the rider is actually helping me with a Tennessee walking horse video. There's actually another mule, Noelle Salmons from North Carolina. The Balanced Equestrian, I believe, is their farm name. She has also won a world championship. There's a liver chestnut. Behind me is a Missouri Foxtrotter. She was behind me. We'll find her again. The Palomino, wherever it is a Missouri Foxtrotter. So this one just won the world championship for walking horses and won here. And then you have an APHA warming up. There's my Missouri Foxtrotter. Being here, and yes, they're all blurred for a reason, but because I didn't get permission of all of them. But being here has been such a blessing because you get to see so many different breeds competing against each other. Now, I will say the gaited are competing against gaited. Which I really appreciate. But this has been so great because a lot of people have asked about what the head bob with the walking horses has been. And we get to interview later this lady with these super cool horses, and she gets to explain to us what the gaits are and why.
And the flat walk is a 4-beat gait. So every foot should hit the ground individually. And you should get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 timing. Now the running walk, build him up, is just an extension of the flat walk. So sort of the difference between a jog and an extended jog, or trot, extended trot. And when they speed up to the running walk, you don't want to see a quickening of the gait. You want to see an increase in speed because of an increase in your length of stride. And they should still shake their head in time with their legs. Walk. And then for the show purposes, we call this the trail walk, which is just a normal walk, relaxed. On a nice loose rein.
We are here at the Guthrie, Oklahoma Lazy E Arena, and I ran into Jess with her really, really phenomenal Tennessee walkers, and I was like, can you please tell me all about them? But before she tells us all about them, can you tell us about you?
Sure. So I live in Shelbyville, Tennessee with my husband David, and we train flat-shod Tennessee walking horses. We moved there 10 years ago this winter. I originally grew up in eastern North Carolina. We had gaited horses / walking horses because we field trialed with bird dogs and we rode them to keep up. And then I got really involved in 4-H, decided I wanted to show horses. So I showed our gaited horses and really stuck with it. So my parents bought me my first registered Tennessee walking horse, and I had him, he was 2 when I got him, and I had him till he was 27 years old.
Oh.
So, so I pursued it all through high school, college. I went to North Carolina State, and so Wolfpack.
Okay.
And when I got out of college, I had a pretty good business going of riding lessons and having horses. So I went right into training professionally and did that for 5 years in North Carolina, and then met David and we moved to Tennessee.
And your farm is Stonewall Farm?
Stonewall Farm.
And she is on social media, TikTok, and
yes.
Your 2 TikToks are?
So we have Stonewall Farm, TWH TikTok, and I have Clear Stride Training, which is sort of a branch off where I'm doing some educational videos when I have time about the walking horse.
They're great. She does the polos. So a lot of times people can't see how the feet move. So she does them with polos and slows it down for you. And what really sparked this, I've started Mindset Equestrian, which is positive education in and amongst all equine breeds, disciplines, shapes, sizes, and abilities, and wanted to really highlight all the breeds. And it's taken this long to actually be able to get to some really nice fancy ones. And the irony is, all weekend we've heard, why are those horses' heads bobbing? And it's a breed standard.
Yes.
We want that to happen.
We want them to shake their head in time with their footfall.
This way or this way?
Up and down. Side to side is to be penalized.
Yes. And I want to go ahead and start. Most people, unfortunately, only know the one controversial class, which every one of the people that she has brought with her is so educational. The 17-year-old behind the camera, world champion, just gave me like a rundown, like an essay, and I just blown away. But the one controversial class that most of the equine world talks about isn't even in anything that you really do, because you do flat shod, meaning there's no stacks.
We focus on the flat shod.
Just horses, a regular shoe on these horses and their natural movement. And I am speaking of the big lick, which is just with bigger stacks, younger horses.
They wear a bigger shoe called a package, and they compete in a
completely different
division than what we do.
So. And we're here at a Western dressage show, and they've done all kinds of things. Well, you do all different kinds of levels within your disciplines.
We do, yes. So like these guys compete, they can compete in Western tack on the rail, English tack on the rail. They do
saddle seat.
Yeah, so our English is saddle seat.
It's not going to be a hunt seat saddle.
Correct. Okay. We do traditional dressage with the English tack. We do Western dressage. They do like trail obstacle. We do water glass. And
what is that?
Oh, water glass is like a kind of like a smooth ride class. So you ride,
you hold the water glass.
Hold the water and see how much whoever has the most water at the end wins.
Okay. Can I bring a water bottle? Probably not. Yeah. Okay.
And then showmanship, which is my personal.
Yes, Eliza might demo that for us if you let her.
Yes, I will.
Cool. If you let her, she's going to show us the park out.
Yes, we can do that.
Perfect. Yeah. See, I told you we had it going on.
Dylan is not a model or halter horse. He parks out for the purposes of showmanship. So like his conformation is not the greatest. We know that.
He has dad bod.
He has dad bod. And his park out is not going to be the same style that you would see in our model and conformation classes. That's going to be a little bit more, they're going to be more stretched behind, a higher presentation with their head, just a little bit different setup. So for showmanship, we just want a structurally correct park, basically, and then we just need him to stand still, much like you would just want your quarter horse to square up and keep their head still. They don't have to be blown back like a halter horse. So. Okay. Disclaimer.
Will they have the ribbon in this class?
So the ribbon is only for English. So if you were in English tack and attire, it would be appropriate. Okay. For Western, no.
And you never braid them?
Not like a
running braid or anything?
Not like that, unless we're doing like traditional dressage.
Got it.
And also our showmanship is just like AQHA rules done in a halter. We just have the bridle on because we were going to ride him too. So we know showmanship is done in a halter.
First step you always want to look for in parking out when you first start going to look to park out your horse is to get those back legs squared up. Now in showmanship, you want to do it nice, quick, and precise. Some horses like Dylan might take a few more steps. Now that we have his back feet in an ideal position, that's when you're going to really look for those front feet to come up. The biggest thing that we see a mistake in the Tennessee walking horse model classes and in showmanship is people parking their horses out too far forward, where they almost look like they're standing like that.
The front leg would actually be more straight underneath them with the hip dropped and their back end out behind them. So he's not like the greatest at dropping his hip. There's other horses that are way better at it. But that's about as far as we would want to go with him. And obviously dad bod, but so now go too far.
Hey, pay attention.
So it's not, the goal is not to go as far as you can without your horse falling over.
We see that a lot.
Yes. Okay, so and you can see he really doesn't want to go that far because it's uncomfortable for him. So like this is, you don't want to do this. This is too far.
Stomach's dropping, he's getting uncomfortable. It just doesn't work out in the long run for anyone.
Okay, so stand him back up. And you can see it's doing nothing for his conformation. Right. So for showmanship, we just wanted, like, this is as far as we'd want to go, and really his
even a little
front
back.
Feet could be a little closer. Yeah, more. Now fix your front foot. And ideally, we would want to come up to the judge, stop, and be set up in about 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 for showmanship.
And then do you stretch his neck?
So
Not in showmanship.
For showmanship, it's mainly going to be based on accuracy and the rider or handler in this scenario. So I should be standing straight, super tall, super elegant, showing off my horse, and we'll be performing quadrants. The quadrants is almost like you're showing off your horse. So when the judge is walking around analyzing your horse, you should be able to switch off at certain points in accordance to where that judge is. If you're right there and you're the judge, I should be right here, almost showing the horse off in that area. If you were to switch over his nose, if he wasn't looking, I would be taking 4 steps and presenting this side. And then continuing on by the girth, present. And then continuing on through the butt.
And that's the park out. And we only use that.
We use that in our confirmation classes, so halter, model, and then in showmanship. And our showmanship rules are the same as AQHA. We pivot. We instead of a jog, we flat walk, or a trot, we flat walk.
With the head
So, yes. So yes, and their flat walk in hand is not always as nice as it is under saddle because you can't get the collection. So they can look kind of awkward. They're not always God's most graceful creatures. So
if they lean more towards the trot, they're considered more square. If they lean more towards the pace, they're considered more swingy or lateral. So this horse is a little bit more lateral than the black horse.
Okay.
And so it's with a lateral horse, you get a little bit longer stride, bigger movement.
Yeah, he's got some huge movement.
But you've still got to make sure that you have the timing. And so a lateral horse takes a little bit more management to ride from the rider. The square horse is typically a little bit more natural and holds their gait a little bit easier.
Right now.
So he's flat walking.
We like the head bob at the flat walk, correct?
Yes, they should always shake their divisions. This horse shows trail pleasure, which is 1 notch up from what the black horse shows. The black horse shows in country pleasure. And they should have I think what I've seen is the looseness. Maybe some of them are. And so there's been some that are they're a little bit more tight, or they're towards the racky side of things, saddle gate side of things.
Yeah, okay. You don't want to see any hawk animation.
The more they keep that hawk steady and just glide behind, the better.
And this is just a walk here.
Yeah,
This is just a walk.
They call that a trail walk.
A trail walk. Flat shot. There's no weight, there's no
Correct.
stacks, there's no packages, whatever you call them.
Yes.
Just flat.
These are all flat shots. So the black horse is just wearing a keg shoe, go to Tractor Supply, and it's just a keg shoe. This horse is wearing a trail pleasure shoe, which is just 1 size bigger. It's a 3/4 by 3/8. But the weight difference is 6 ounces, so it's really not much at all.
And some have been cantering this week.
Yes, this horse canters. I've got 2 here that do canter.
And it's a 3-beat gait.
Yep, it should be exactly like any other horse, a little more lifted, animated.
Do the walking horses ever trot?
They can. We prefer that they don't undersaddle.
Fair.
But the black horse, I could put him on the lunge line and he'll trot. Actually, he won the world championship.
Oh, no, she didn't tell me.
And then he won here. So he's won a world championship with both.
Oh, fantastic.
And I think he's the first walking horse to do that in the same year.
Fantastic.
And it was a canter class at our celebration.
And what is his name?
Labeled a parolee.
Buckle too.
World championship.
Yay! And you were saying, Eliza, right?
Yes.
That you were homecoming queen?
So in 2023, me and my horse, labeled a parolee, were able to be the homecoming horse, where we got to ride out on the field and represent Tennessee 4-H.
The number 1 question I've gotten is, why are their heads moving?
They're pulling with their front legs and pushing with their back legs.
And the head...
And then their head shakes in time with the motion of their legs. And the head shake should originate from the back end and it comes over the whole top line. They should shake down out of their withers and their whole neck and shoulder, not just their poll. You'll see some horses that do we call like a fake shake, and they'll just flap their poll.
Jess is getting ready to ride, but we had a little delay, and I was like, "Hey, do y'all know that other rider?" And she said, "They're one of the foundation."
Yes, so her grandfather was the owner of Allen F1, who is our foundation sire.
And it's an American breed. It's American.
Yep. They were
derived
developed
from
in Middle Tennessee, standard bred. So like Pacer, standard bred, the Narragansett Pacer, American saddlebred, Morgan, and I think there's, I think that's probably all the breeds. But I'd have to look.
And can we? What do we say about the breed? Like it's like quiet, calm.
So yes, so they're quiet. They were bred to be sort of a family horse and like a using horse. So they were used on the farm throughout the week, and then they were something you could throw the kids on, and the kids could ride them into town.
And smooth.
They're smooth. So they were also bred for like big farms or plantations that you could. They were originally called a plantation walker. So that you
Do not come at us. That's what they were called. Let's just let it go.
It's just what it is, yeah. So you could comfortably ride. They were also called the turn row because so you could ride the rows of crops.
Oh, and then turn and come back down.
Comfortably and oversee. And they were just made for smooth travel and good temperament and comfortable ride.
I would.
Well, it's Ada, but they call me Kitty.
Ada, but they call you Kitty.
Yes.
There's a story behind that, I'm sure.
Yes.
I cornered her, and your family originally developed the Tennessee
We own
Walker
the
breed.
foundation sire. When they established Tennessee Walking Horse as a breed, they looked for a foundation sire, and it went back to a stallion that my family owned.
They've already mentioned the name of it, and
Yes.
yours was number one because they did numbers at that point.
Yes, but there's a story behind that, which is really a pretty cool story. He came across the stallion kind of by accident and kind of not by accident, kind of a mule trade, and so in a sense, he was looking for a donkey. And wound up with a T stallion that turned out to be the foundation sire of the Tennessee Walking Horse. This is the only known photograph of this foundation sire that we know of. Well, like I said earlier, my great-grandfather bred mules and horses. And so he was looking for a jack to bring home to use for breeding with the mares that's how you produce mules. And so he found out that there's a man that had a jack that he was interested in, but the man lived way, way far away. It's almost like a journey's drive on horse and buggy.
In Tennessee?
In Tennessee, yes, ma'am.
My brain clicked that in today.
Way back then. And so he went to see the man, to see the jack, was very interested in buying it, but didn't have quite all the funds. So he said, let me go back home and get that taken care of. He was able to do that, but way back then, there weren't phones in every house.
Right.
Usually it was in the local, feed store or little market that they had. So they never could get connected. So finally, he had to hook back up, go all the way back over. So by the time he got to the fella said, now, breeding season has started, so I've already using the jack. But when the season is over with, come back. So he said, I do have the jack, but then there's a T stallion that he had also purchased. And so he said, I'll tell you what, I will make a deal with you. If I'll sell you the jack, if you'll take the stallion with it also for a little more extra funds. So long story short, my grandfather looked at the horse, which was this horse right here, really liked the look, really liked his conformation. Long story short, he bought the jack, brought the horse, brought him home, began breeding both, and the walking horses came from there.
And they've always been gated.
They've always been gated, yes. Now, the interesting part about this fella is he is a registered standard bred.
Which
And
is
so-
also gated, but can trot.
They can trot or they can pace.
Pacers or trotters.
And he was a pacer.
He brought in the pace.
He was a pacer.
And is it and a pace?
ambly gate.
Yes.
But a pace is not a 2-beat gate.
A pace is a two-beat
I will show you with fingers.
Okay,
shows on the
we're going to
video.
show you with fingers.
So-
Okay,
So 98% of all the horses in the world trot.
Right.
And what they do is they jump up in the air, they land on two diagonal feet, they jump up in the air, they land on two diagonal feet, they jump up in the air. That's a trot.
right.
A pace is when they go boom, boom, side to side.
Yes,
So a trot can be a little bit rough, it bounces you up and down.
yes.
A pace can be a lot rougher because it
Side to
bounces you side to side.
Y-
What a
right.
walking horse does is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was a crawl.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
3
sorry.
feet,
That
3 feet on the ground at all times.
because it was
Yeah.
so
So
smooth.
there's no suspension phase
Yes.
with the walkers, and that's
Yes.
why it's smooth.
That's why it's so
Yes.
smooth. You're
It
never off
was
the ground.
smooth because
Yes.
I was
So
okay. Because when we get
there,
lateral
yeah.
horses,
So there are advantages and there are disadvantages. If
okay,
you can imagine. So a trotting horse can change directions really fast.
yes,
They can turn on a dime. They can do flying lead changes easily.
yes,
A walking horse with 3 feet on the
not
ground at
that
all
easy.
times
It's a little more
will be
challenging.
smooth, but it's hard for them to turn quick. Comparing horses to trucks
Okay,
or cars.
we do
So
compare
a
them to trucks and
thoroughbred
cars.
horse is a Maserati.
Okay,
A quarter horse is a pickup truck.
right.
A walking horse is a Cadillac.
Okay,
And
okay,
if you can imagine a dressage test is like an autocross,
right.
and we're out here autocrossing Cadillacs,
Okay,
which is it's a little bit difficult for walking horses. So that's not what they're built for, but we're doing it in more comfort than anybody else is doing.
fair, right. Okay, that was great. Thank you.
This photograph here was actually taken from this photograph. It's a little small, but that is the jack and the stallion that my great grandfather brought home. And this barn right here, this barn here is the same site as this barn, and this is our barn, which is still we still have it
In Tennessee.
in Tennessee. It is between Manchester and Murfreesboro in Tennessee. Yes.
So it's an American breed.
Absolutely.
All the Hollywood movie cowboys.
All Hollywood road saddlebred and walking horses.
Trigger Jr.
Trigger Jr.
Trigger Jr. was a walking horse.
Champion was a walking horse.
Champion was a walking horse.
and Elvis had walking horses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elvis did have walking Tennessee.
Yes.
Tom
absolutely.
Mix's horse.
You have no idea how much
Yeah.
this has been like.
Tom Mix, the first singing cowboy, the first cowboy movie guy, his horse Tony the Wonder Horse was a walking horse.
What again? What were the odds this would happen in Oklahoma
Yeah.
at the World Dressage Western Dressage World Show? This
See,
is
what's so interesting is of course during the Depression time when things got really hard, some of the family moved to California, and some of the horses went with them. Some of the walking horses went. So that's how a lot of them wound up in the Hollywood area.
If
okay.
you could imagine Roy Rogers holding a guitar,
Yep.
strumming with this hand, making guitar frets with this hand, he can't be bouncing up and down and sing. So walking horses is what led to the singing cowboy.
I feel like epiphanies happen with me on a constant out here. This is unreal.
So we've had several walking horse trainers here. She is one.
She's great, by the way.
Yeah. But the greatest walking horse trainer of all time was a 19-year-old girl who trained Champion and Trigger.
Oh,
And she was from Pennsylvania.
girl power,
And she taught them dressage.
dressage power.
And in addition, she taught them tricks. You remember in the movies, Trigger would stamp his feet and answer the math questions, and
Bow
she
down.
taught him that he would bow. He was potty broken. Roy Rogers would take him to a hotel and get one room for his family, the next door room for Trigger. They'd move the beds to the side, put Trigger in the room, the family would be in the other room. In the morning, they'd take Trigger out for his potty break, load up the trailer, and go. And he'd leave him a plaque that said, "Trigger slipped here."
Okay, is that in your manual on how to get him to do
Yes.
that?
So it's
We
on
haven't
that.
tried
It's on
that
that.
one.
This is amazing. What a blessing. Thank you so much.
You're very
I hope you had a
welcome.
great show.
Oh yes, awesome.
Thank you
Awesome,
both
awesome.
for coming
We love
back.
being here.
I can't thank you enough.
Well, we are so thrilled to be here because the Western Dressage people have just been so awesome and just
It has been a
opening
very
the door
supportive show.
to the gated people, all the gated breeds coming in here, and it's just been a beautiful opportunity and just awesome people to be around. We've loved coming here every year. This is my 4th time being here,
Oh, we'll come
and
back.
and I'll be back. But it is just great.
Well, I was telling her
Great
I'm
time.
used to seeing the gated horses at a fair, a state fair. So this is, or you go into the shows, but you really don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah,
And this was so
exactly.
great.
Yeah,
This is so wonderful.
absolutely.
Thank you so
We
much.
have a very versatile horse. Very versatile.
I see that. I got
Yes.
to ride that. Thank you both so much.
You're very welcome.
I can't thank you enough.
Very welcome.
Quarter horse or warm blood does this, you're gonna die. But when these saddlebreds and Tennessee Walkers do this, they're just looking. They're just looking. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna ride a Tennessee Walker for the first time. Thank you, Jeff. So far, it feels like a walk, so I love that. Good boy. Good boy. We're gonna stay down near Mom. We'll Oh my God, I love that. I love good training. Good boy.
Are you ready to try the flat walk?
Okay, and am I shortening up?
Okay, I would shorten up just a little.
Lift up?
So just back to you. And then you're just gonna add your leg.
Squeeze or bounce?
A little squeeze, and if he doesn't respond, then you can bounce and then just cluck to him. There you go, a little bit more.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Are we in it?
You're doing it.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, put a little leg there. There you go.
Oh, is this it? Sorry, buddy. What a saint.
There, very good.
Such a blast. You did such a great job training these horses.
Oh, thank
But you said your main goal?
So my main goal is to take the walking horse, and I'd like to see them more accepted in what I call mainstream horse world, and just see them represented more and accepted more, because I think they're awesome.
So where I'm from in North Carolina, we see them a lot as inexpensive trail horses and a little fiery, a little hot.
Yeah.
And or people get them because they're easy on the backs and they love them. And they are, I mean, you just named off half my favorite breeds: standardbred, saddlebred, Morgan. Love these hot breeds because they've got this face. Don't feed them a ton of sugar, right?
Yeah, really health-wise, like, these guys are pretty simple.
I think we have kind of a mindset that they are hotter and can't be that versatile.
Yeah.
In regular dressage, please don't expect regular dressage to expect a gaited horse, but Western dressage does accept gaited horses, and dressage does have gaited classes.
Yes.
Not through the USDF, I think through the TW.
So through a couple of our associations, so we have the Tennessee Walking Horse Breeders and Exhibitors Association. That's our breed registry as well. And then the National Walking Horse Association and the Walking Horse Owners Association. So they all provide classes for us.
Okay, and we're going to follow Stonewall and then the other educational platform that you have.
Clear Stride
Training, and Jess and Kenny, my new bestie right
There
here.
are two things that are distinct with the Tennessee Walking Horse, and that is the head nod and then the overstride.
Yes, and we've done some videos with the overstride.
Yeah. That's the two big distinguishing marks for the Tennessee Walking Horse.
To thank Jessica so much. She spent the entire afternoon with me, as has her crew. Behind me is my Gypsy Vanner. So not a walking horse, but part of the group. Thank you so much for sharing the breed and your barn with us.
Absolutely.
If you're in Tennessee and want a Tennessee walking trainer,
Look us up.
absolutely.
Stonewall Farm
in
Shelbyville.
And if you're not, you can look online at Stonewall Farm.
We're on Facebook as Stonewall Farm, TikTok, Stonewall TWH. I've got Clear Stride, which is just information on the walking horse,
which is really good.
And then I've got a YouTube for Clear Stride as well,
which is really good.
So, and I get videos up as I can. I'm trying to be better about it, but we stay pretty busy at the farm. So
I was telling her Mindset Equestrian was derived for positive education in and amongst the equine community, all breeds, disciplines, shapes, sizes, and abilities. And I had always wanted to bring in so many breeds and to be here at the World Show in Oklahoma and to have the original founders really is unreal. So thank you so much. And I really appreciate you as well. Thank you for demoing.
Thank you.